I ascended down on the flag line to find a couple of lionfish. Boom! There was a couple left over, so Ryan went ahead and left the flag. You can tie the flag line to like a little rock or something. You got to be careful not to tie it to anything that might hurt the reef. Oh, there's another one. Boom! So we made this nice long dive video for you guys to enjoy in full screen. You can go home and lock and load and watch this bad boy. Boom, there's another couple down here. So not only were there two more, but as I continued in this area, I found more and more. Boom. We're doing a tournament, so we're trying to get as many fish as possible. The other day I mentioned, oh, this fish is too small, and got a different fish. And I really, I set myself up for a lot of comments because people were like, well, why don't you get all the fish, not just the big fish? And I'm like, well, guys, look at this beauty. Boom! I get the big fish first, typically. The little fish, we still get them. But, you know, when I'm just spouting off a bunch of words sometimes, I don't plan this, guys. I just sit there and I turn the video on and I watch it and I remember the dive. Look at that lizardfish. Look at how cool that is. And then I comment, and sometimes I'm all over the place. Boom! Look at that beautiful coral. And a little tiny guy, too. Look at that. See, we get the little ones. And it's kind of hard to tell what's little and what's big in these videos. They all kind of look the same size to some extent, I guess. Look at that nice, pretty purple coral. So, I mean, I get the fact that people, you know, they don't understand that. We get to, boom! We get the tiny, oh, I missed him! Ah! See, it's a lot harder to get little ones, but sure enough, I got him. We always get all the lionfish because they all grow up to be big. Boom! Not just for tournaments. We literally always get all the lionfish on my boat. There are, look at that big beast. That's a perfect shot. Completely snookered, however you want to say that. So, yeah, I'm just a wild dog. I got the dog in me, all right? I just blah, 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 right? Boom! Look at that one. Look at that meaty boy. Big old belly on that one. I don't have any plans. I'm like a dog chasing cars. You know, I wouldn't know what to do if I caught one. What's that from, guys? Boom. So we're out here in Miami. This is, oh my gosh, look at these angelfish. Those were blue angelfish, not queen angelfish. And boom! Now, blue angelfish have no spot on their forehead, but they do have hybrids sometimes. And these angelfish can look quite a bit different from each other. Look at that big old tree. Looks like a big old fir tree or something, but it's actually a piece of coral. Oh, and another tiny one. Oh, slam bam, thank you, man. Now, I go back and I find another big one. Boom! Not too bad. This one's probably about 10 or 12 inches. See how, I can kind of tell you the sizes so you kind of understand. So this one here, we'll say, boom. We're going to do a little, maybe 8, 9, 10 inches, somewhere in that vicinity. Let's get the, see how that guy's pushing him out? That lobster was like, nope, you're not coming in this hole, bud. This is my house. And look at these blue runners. And these are a type of jackfish, and they run along the reef, and they're always looking for little fish. And that's a filefish and a porkfish next to each other. That scrawled filefish, boom, they steal your bait a lot. So if you're a fisherman in the ocean and you come up with no bait, boom, it might have been those guys picking at it. Look at that guy. His tail's going a million miles an hour because I hit him right in the button. Boom. Look at that. Stoned as ever. And that's a good sized fish. He actually has some distortion on his side. Give him a little kiss. And he actually probably had a scar on his side when he was younger, and then it turned into kind of a weird distortion. I missed him, and then I boomed him on the second one. Got a little chunk of rock in there, too. You know, sometimes it's a little destructive to shoot, boom, a pole spear into the reef, but we try to make it as least destructive as possible. Sorry, that was a super noisy bird. Look at how green that boy is. Now I want to sneak in here and get this lionfish away from him before he gets wise. Boom. He was really chill and docile. He was not, you know, he's just like, hey, what's going on? I don't know what he's doing. Look at all these guys. They're all hanging out. Now that is a white spotted filefish down there, the big orange one, blue angelfish, all kinds of guys just hanging out together. And that was a rock beauty, that yellow and black. They're a smaller species of the angelfish. They really don't get as big as these blue angelfish and all the other angelfish here in Florida and throughout the Caribbean. They're all about the same species. There's a few new species in the Caribbean that we don't have here, but for the most part, the fish that you see here in Florida, you can see all throughout the Caribbean, and the corals as well. Look at how pretty that green is. So people say, oh, it looks so dead. But you know what? There's a lot of life down there, guys. So let's lock and load and hit the next one. Boom. Now this one's only about maybe 11 inches, I'll say. You see that Y on him? He's got a backwards Y. It's just like straight up lowercase y. And the bands, I always have 2 of them on my lion eater pull spear or whatever spear I'm using. I just got a new spear that I'm going to try out here pretty soon too. I used to use my fold spear constantly, but I'm really liking this. Look at that hogfish, super cool. This one is nice because I can spear him and then put him directly in. Boom, oh, just missed him. Oh, he got away again. Let's see if I can, he's in a hole, so I got to kind of scare him out of that little hole and get him through the hole. Boom. Now see how I can just take one arm, Angel, and just shove him in the container without adjusting my hand really, and then load it up and go to the next one. No, nurse shark. Now nurse sharks are pretty chill. You know, usually they're just like puppy dogs. And we got this guy. It's a burrfish. Look at those pretty blotches on him. Very unique pattern. And that's a smooth trunk fish. Boom. They have perfect hexagonal shapes on their body. Look at, he's like, what's going on here? Boom. Clobbered him. Now, we are doing pretty good in this tournament. We ended up getting 3rd place. We only were 2 fish away from 2nd place. And then these guys from the Panhandle, they ended up getting 200 more fish than us. They did wonderful, I guess. Now, bright green sock puppet, so cute. So, you do the best you can. It's all about removing as many lionfish as possible. So that is the beauty of hunting a lionfish tournament. It's all about everyone doing the best they can do to remove lionfish. It's not hurting the environment, it's only helping the environment. So, boom. There's no, like, oh, geez, these guys cheat. It's just, hey, guys, go out and get as many as possible. If you get more than the other guy, I got wrapped up with a string. That's so annoying, and it gets stuck to your fin. You're like, ah! So we're all trying to achieve the same thing and do the most we can do out there. So one fish is better than no fish, and we do a tournament every single week, because we're out here hunting lionfish. If the weather's okay, every single week. So, we do a tournament all the time. That's all we do, basically. We do a tournament against ourselves every time we go out. Now we're looking around in this beautiful chunk of reef, seeing if we can find another couple of lionfish here before we call it a day. And sure enough, the little guy, boom. Now, we're shooting these lionfish and we're hitting them in one shot most of the time. This takes a lot of experience. Look at that broken down anchor somebody freaking left. It takes a lot of shots to get yourself to where you can hit these guys right in the head. Boom. Almost every single time. But, you can go out there and practice makes perfect. I'm adjusting him a little bit, pushing him down in there so I have a better hold so I can get him in the container a little easier. I just have him through the lip. You could take that guy and put him in a fish tank and he would be just fine. It's pretty crazy. He would heal up from that. Boom. So we had a great time. We went out in kind of a rough weather on the first day. Another little nurse shark we're following. And then it kind of cleared up on the second day and it was super nice. So thanks for following us, guys.